I cannot believe it's the end of the year. I'm so excited to share the best makeup and skincare that I tried this year. These are things I have tried on repeat. I know how I feel about them. I love them so much. So if you're looking at your makeup bag or your like bathroom cabinet and you're thinking, you know what, I need a new foundation or I need a new whatever, hopefully something I recommend here will work for you because I absolutely love these. I feel like every year when I do these, there are a few repeats. This year, there's a lot of fresh new stuff for the year, that is. You've probably heard me talk about it in other videos, but for the year that dethroned products that I used to love year after year. So I'm excited to get into that too. You'll see everything applied. And if you're curious why we sometimes call these the Jammy Awards, my old screen name was Jam Beauty 89. So if you see people referencing that, or if I end up putting it in the title, that's why. They were always called the Jammy Awards. Okay, everything will be linked below along with my shades and everything if you're curious. Let's dive in. Let's start with skincare instead of makeup because I actually only have a handful of skincare faves I want to touch on. I was trying to be really picky. The reality is I try a lot of skincare, and so for me to want to repurchase something, I have to either feel like I see a difference or I really enjoy using it. So one that was newer to me the latter half of this year is the D'Alba First Spray Serum. I have heard about this online so much. Finally tried it and I absolutely love it. You can get this on Amazon. Kind of just gives a really nice hydrated base for your skin before makeup. So I'll spray this on. You can spray this on after makeup as well. I don't tend to use it that way. I have another setting spray that I love for that we'll talk about. It's just a great first layer. Kind of wakes your skin up. It hydrates it a little bit. Like it's no oils or anything crazy that's gonna mess with the way the makeup goes on top. You know what I mean? So love this, absolutely will repurchase that. Another favorite is this essence. It's from Haru Haru Wonder. This is their Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. There is something about this that feels so calming to my skin. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. That's the consistency. It's very quick to blend in. It just feels nice. It's a slightly milky liquid. And I just put this on right after I'm done doing my double cleanse on my face. I put this on every night, whether I'm doing retinol that night, whether I'm doing a more like exfoliating thing like I'll talk about here in a second, like an acid or whatever. I love this stuff. I feel like it calms my skin down. It is enjoyable to use, and this is lasting me forever. I mean, I'm trying to think of when I open this. I feel like I go crazy dumping it and using it. I'll put it on my neck and everywhere, and I feel like I'm still only here. It's amazing. And it's a really nice glass bottle, which I just think is cool. This was a new product to me this year that I actually feel like I've noticed a difference. That would be the Naturium Azelaic Acid. This is a topical serum, basically. It says it's 10%. It also has niacinamide and coffee seed extract. This can help with just kind of an exfoliant, but it's one that is pregnancy safe. I've had an interesting year, as many of you guys know, so I've been kind of looking into this kind of thing. And so let me look up, because I don't want to misspeak. I'm obviously not a dermatologist. I want to make sure the info I'm giving you is correct based on what I remembered when I bought it. So it's a mild exfoliant. It unclogs pores and helps refine your skin surface like any exfoliant would do. It can help even your skin tone. And that I feel like the discoloration that I've had on the sides of my cheeks, when I am using this regularly, I really notice a difference in those. And when I am not, I notice a difference as well. So it's not very expensive, and I really feel like it's made a difference. And if you feel like you've tried other acids and they're too harsh for your skin, or you're maybe looking for a, pregnancy safe type vibe, but it's still effective, I really think you should try it. Another thing I've loved for years and I still love, and it's so good. It's the Ordinary Rosehip Oil. Of all of the products The Ordinary sells, I'm curious, do you have like one product from them that you're like, it's the best thing ever? Let us know in a comment, because I mean, for such an affordable skincare brand, they really do have some amazing stuff. And the rosehip seed oil is amazing. It is organic, which you want for this. You want cold pressed. It is both of those things. I put this on and I double checked, because this is how I've been doing it for years, but I double checked last night to make sure I'm not wrong. A lot of people recommend to put this on after your moisturizer instead of before. And so that is what I've done for years. I will just place it, I'll get a little bit between my hands and just tap it onto my skin at the very end of my nighttime skincare routine. you can use it during the day as well. Some people have said it's more of a natural alternative to retinol. I think retinol is more effective at what it's supposed to do, but I find that my skin just likes this. It's not as dry when I'm using this regularly. I was out of this for a few months. My skin has never been drier. So bringing this back has been such a game changer. It also can help with the tone of your skin too. So those all so good. Most of those pretty darn inexpensive. 2 SPFs I've loved, kind of bridging from skincare into makeup, depending on how you view it. These 2 are definitely my top ones of the year. The CL one and the In Beauty. I'll show you me applying the In Beauty Mineral Sun Glow right now. I have the shade Fair Medium. The magic of this is it's a little bit glowy, but it's not very thick. It doesn't leave a white cast, but it still has SPF 43. But what's so great about this product, I've repurchased this now, is that it's zinc oxide, if that's what you're looking for. It has vitamin C and peptides in it. So typically when I'm getting ready, I will put a vitamin C serum on first. So my method is the spray serum, vitamin C serum, then going in with my SPF, which serves as my moisturizer as well. And then if I'm wearing makeup that day, whatever makeup. Generally that works really well, but to be able to kind of have it all in one, because sometimes I'll throw a glowy primer in there after the SPF, but this one is the SPF, the glowy primer, and the vitamin C all in one. It's pretty amazing. I feel like every time I try to repurchase it, it's sold out and I have to wait. It is popular for a reason. It is so good. This other one, I have to say, the more I used it over the months, like throughout the year, the more I fell in love with it. And if you saw my ranking all of the facial SPFs video, because there are others I also love too, it's just, I didn't need to mention like 6 SPFs in this video. In that video, I can link below, this one I think I maybe ranked, it might have been in the top, it might have been down one, but I would, if it wasn't in the top, I would move it up to the top because I'm almost through it. And I'm already thinking, I'm probably gonna repurchase it. It's very much like a classic comfy moisturizer type feeling, but I love that. Again, it doesn't leave a white cast and it's zinc oxide as well. Just very good with makeup. So love both of these, would also just wear these alone. Okay, let's dive into true makeup now. I'll try to go in order of like the way I get ready just to, I don't know, have this somewhat organized. So let's start with my foundation, skin tints, that kind of thing. So I have a few for this category. The rest of them I was actually pretty picky and really narrowed it down to like 1 or 2. This one I have a few, so bear with me. I'll go quickly. So first up, the thing I'm wearing today is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. I'm wearing the shade number 20, Light Cool. I love this product so much. It is so beautiful. I was so blown away the very first time I tried this. I loved it so much that I ended up buying a darker tone so I can use it like in the summer if I've got a little self-tanner on, which my favorite self-tanner blew me away this year. I'll talk about that in my next Jammy Awards Best of the Year video. Stay tuned. But anyway, it is beautiful. I would say medium coverage. It looks like skin. I never feel like I did not end up, I powdered a little bit of my nose. I didn't end up powdering. I'm just now in this moment realizing the rest of my face. I feel like it gives that perfect satin finish, which I am realizing is what I want. A lot of foundations are way too glowy and some are way too matte, and this is the Goldilocks. So very, very good at a way more reasonable price point. Another one I have loved this year, I've talked about ad nauseum, is the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour skin tint. So you see one of mine has a little pump that I found on Amazon. It fits it perfectly. I can link. It's like a 2-pack, but it fits the Wet n Wild skin tint I also love really well. So my shade I generally wear is 112, although I still think it's a little too deep for me. I'll take any shade recommendations you have. If we're shade twins and you've nailed down, because I don't know. But anyway, this is flawless. This is so beautiful. If you can get the match right for you, it is one of those products that every time I apply it, every single time, I think, how can it be this pretty? I think it has slightly more coverage than the e.l.f. I mean, a little bit more. You don't really need to build it up because I feel like it covers a lot in one pass. It's very liquidy because it is more of a serum. And I used to, years ago, not really like serum foundations. This was the one that made me fall in love with this format because it does have the coverage. Your skin looks alive. It doesn't look makeup-y and cakey. It is so pretty. If you have not tried this, I really think you should. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the Herborian BB creams that I love. They only have a couple shades. I hate it so much. I'm hopeful that they will eventually release more. I have the shade Claire, which is the closest to my skin tone, but a little light. And then I got Doré, which is much darker than my skin tone, but when I mix them, it's pretty good. This is magic because first of all, it says BB cream. This stuff has coverage, okay? This is not like something that you're gonna put on and think, oh, did I even put on no, it's gonna look beautiful. This makes my skin look its best. It really does. I've already gone through, I think, 2 bottles of the Claire, and this is my 2nd bottle of the Doré because I don't use as much of it. I hate that I have to buy 2. I hate that I have to mix it. Please, Herborian, please make more shades, please. But anyway, it's beautiful. If you have dry skin patches, this is one of the only face products that I can put on and my skin looks great. Whereas anything else I will try, you just see the dry skin. This stuff looks lovely. It is truly magic in a bottle. Now, a more affordable version of that I've loved for years, maybe a decade, you guys, is the Misha BB Cream. I have the shade number 23 is my closest. It's very gray toned. Again, I'm hopeful they will release more shades. These are Asian beauty brands, so they're just different. But anyway, I love this. I tend to use this more often than not anymore, mixing it with most of my foundations. It neutralizes it just enough because this really does have kind of like a gray tone. So if you buy all kinds of foundations and they're always a little too yellow or a little too orange, honestly, find one of these that's closest to your skin tone, buy it. They're like 10 bucks on Amazon and just start mixing it with stuff. But it's also unbelievably gorgeous on its own. It is very similar to the Herborian, but much cheaper. I can't say that, Herborian. Last face foundation product is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. This has niacinamide. I have Chai 210B, which I would have guessed is too dark for me. It works really well. This is just pretty. It does remind me of the e.l.f. Soft Glam, so I don't think you have to spend the money on this, but if you found a perfect shade match and you were wanting, or maybe you had a Sephora gift card, this is gorgeous on the skin. Medium coverage, looks like your skin. I've never had a complaint when I've put this on, and I realized recently that I really haven't talked about this, but I'm like 2/3 of the way I've gone. So I would totally repurchase that as well. All right, moving on to other products. So I did mention Glowy Primer. One of my go-tos has been the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is nothing new, I'm fully aware, but I recently, the past 3 or 4 months, I cannot stop using this. I will paint it all over my face and then use my favorite foundation brush, which is another thing I wanted to mention, the 101 brush. I just tap it all over. It has coverage to it, which is nice because they do have different shades. I wear the shade number 1 Fair, but it has a little bit of coverage to it. It gives that glow, and then foundation sits really nicely on top. So I have been such a fan. This is that one that has the big doe foot, kind of a la Charlotte Tilbury. Big fan. Love it. I'm realizing how much I still have to talk about, so we're gonna cook here, all right? So quickly to talk about this foundation brush, this just does such an amazing job. I'll show you me using it with the e.l.f. foundation today. This just spreads the foundation and stipples it on so easily. It looks so skin-like. It doesn't look streaky. I have tried, you guys, probably 40 or 50 foundation brushes over the years, maybe more. This is the best one. It's the best one. There's something about the shape of it, how soft it is. It cleans easily. These are well made. They're pricey-ish, but there are certainly way pricier brushes out there. So it's kind of, and a lot of times they'll have 30% off or 20% off. You can get deals on them, but big fan. Concealer-wise, I had 2 picks for the year. First up is new to me, well, new this year, the Morphe Wake Up Artist Concealer. Morphe's whole rebrand, I am a fan of. I have tried a decent amount of this new whatever, and I am loving a lot. I should probably maybe do in the new year a Morphe dedicated video because I have just been so surprised. And anyway, so this is amazing. I can't stop using this most days. And I have a lot more high-end concealers I've bought recently that I'm also loving, but I still find myself reaching for this a ton. So first of all, they have true neutral shades, which sometimes can be hard to find. So if you're looking for that, I would look at this line. This one I have is Buff 4C, and it's got a really nice, I just love that tone to it. Covers really well. I always set my under eye, and I'll talk about my favorite under eye setting powders in a second, but I don't notice this being crazy creasy or crepey or weird. It just looks nice all day long, and that's really what I'm looking for. So big fan. Another favorite I use the first half of the year nonstop is the Haus Labs concealer. I have the shade 12 Light Rosy. I need to repurchase this. That has been in my loves forever, but I kept meaning to check my shade, and here I am. 12 Light Rosy, 12 Light Rosy. It is that good. Very similar to this, honestly, though. So if you are, I'm working on a dupes video again here in a few weeks. So I will probably compare these side by side because I feel like these are so similar. If you are not wanting to swing or can't swing the money for this, I'm telling you, try the Morphe. It is so good. And I need to add that to my test them side by side list. And I'm gonna do that right now before I forget. Subscribe, stay tuned. Now, I don't have it, but I would also be remiss. So I guess there's a third. The best concealer I have ever tried in my life is still the Natasha Denona concealer. Very pricey. It lasted me a long time. I mean, I had that one bottle for at least a year, maybe a little bit more, and I used it all of the time. I've already ordered it again when Sephora had their little like extra 20% off whatever thing the other day. So I have already ordered it again. I have missed it so much. Again, these also give similar looks where they're so good. But if you are wondering, like my number one recommendation, that is still it. It looks flawless under the eyes. It is moisturizing, but not too much. It's got great coverage. It is that good. I hate to say it, but it is that good. Okay. My favorite concealer brush while we're talking about concealer is this one from Anissa Beauty. Every time I use it, I get asked from you guys. You can get it on Amazon. It is the one I'm typically reaching for. It's so good. Washes well, really well made. Big fan. Under eye powder. So I have two. This will be no surprise. The L'Oreal Blurfection, possibly the greatest under eye powder I've tried that's like a translucent. It blurs completely. It stays all day. My concealer doesn't change throughout the day. I love this. And I'll use it on different areas of my face as well. Like you can use it wherever. I just especially love it for the under eye, and I especially love it with the like a triangular powder puff. But another favorite, and I'm so sorry, I'm realizing the close-ups I got earlier, some of my makeup is so dirty. Y'all, these are my favorites. These are being used and abused and traveled with, and you know, I use these. So I tried to clean many of these up as best I could, but some of them are just straight up dirty. I'm so sorry. The Jones Road Pink Powder still has a stranglehold on me. I just love it. So this is their tinted face powder in pink/rose. This looks so pretty if you tap it on the under eye with a velour puff and then you do a blush over it. The pink just kind of fades into that. It gives this really youthful, brightening, perfected look that I personally love. It might not be for everyone, but I personally think it is so pretty. So big fan of this as well. And they have more normal shades of this too. So if you didn't want to go for the pink. My favorite brow product, I'm really just gonna mention one, the e.l.f. Wow Brow. It's the one I've repurchased probably 4 times this year. Once a quarter, I'm like, you know, it's feeling like it's running out. So I buy a new one. It's like under $5. It's just the right amount of pigment. Now lately my brows they've been a little more sparse and light because I haven't been using the brow serum that I usually use. And so because of that, I need a little more help. So this provides almost enough. I'll still go in with like a micro pencil, whatever I have. But I love this generally for every day. It's perfect. It's not too pigmented, which is why I keep repurchasing it. Okay, let's talk eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 favorites. This one has to take the cake for my most used this year. The Tarte Tartelette in Bloom. This is not even a new palette. It's been around a few years, but I have just been loving this. Also bonus points because the packaging is so pretty. Feels very well made and nice. I just love this palette. I use so many of the colors in it, which for me is pretty rare. The shimmers are really pretty. They only have a couple shimmers, I will say. But I like that you've got like a pinkish blending option, a brownish, a like cooler tone brown, darker shades if you want to like line your lids with it. I literally use most of this palette. So big fan. And I love too that it has that slight sweet, almost icing smell. It's very slight, but it's enough that every time I get ready, I smell it and I'm like, oh yes, oh. Now, a little pricier, but high impact, let me show you, is the Hung Van Gogh Color Story Eyeshadow Palette. This is a new neutral. Oh man, when I tried this a couple months ago, I fell in love. The shimmers, that is the shimmer you're seeing on my eye today. I don't know how well it's showing up in this lighting, but wow, the shimmers look like wet, especially in person. They give that look, and I have been chasing that look for years, baby, without it actually being like wet. This is so good. Now, this brand has a bunch of other color stories, hence, you know, it's called Color Story Eyeshadow Palette. So if you weren't a neutrals person, I mean, you can certainly look, but love this. The shadows blend like a dream. Let me show you a swatch of the shimmer so you can kind of get an idea of what I mean. Woo, I love it. And I don't notice a crazy amount of fallout or anything either, which I kind of fully expected, and I haven't. So that is really nice. Okay, liner. I actually am only gonna mention one. One swept me off my feet this year. That would be the Lancome Drama Liquid Pencil. Very waterproof, stays in the waterline. Best I've ever tried for water, genuinely. I loved the Makeup by Mario Perfect Brown, but I would feel like every once in a while, like if you tried a different shade, it wasn't quite as good as the Perfect Brown shade. This is good across the board. I love it. I will put it in my upper waterline. That's where I like it, and it stays all day. If you were a lower waterline girly, you will love this for that too. So they have other shades. I will say I've only tried the Cafe Noir, but I know a lot of you guys love this as well. And I want to say a lot of you guys have loved whatever the brown shade is. I might try that next, but this is the second one of these I've gone through. I just repurchased another knowing that I'm nearly through this one, and super duper black. Mascara, the Maybelline Colossal Bubble. Even though it sometimes, if it is a hot sweaty day, will transfer up on me, it is so good that I'm still willing to use it and I still love it and I need to repurchase this. I will say, if you saw my worst makeup of the year video I just did, if you haven't seen it, I'll link it below. I think it's worth watching. There are some things in there that have kind of gone viral online that I really don't think are good, okay? I don't want you to waste your money, and I know it's just my opinion, but definitely check out that video next. The waterproof version of this is not the same. So that's what I went for, thinking, oh, maybe it'll fix that problem. No, but this just curls the lashes. It gives such good volume quickly. And I realize I don't have the patience for a mascara that I'm having to wait for it to dry or wait a few weeks for the formula itself to dry a little bit and then it'll work. No, this worked great. Day one, I love it. Other than the transfer. I just don't use this, or I'll top it with another waterproof mascara if it's a super sweaty, like, summer day. My camera keeps overheating. This video is so long. I also overheated, so the vest is off for now. Okay, let's keep going. So my favorite lower lash mascara, because I do use a different one, is this one from Maybelline, their Lash Discovery Waterproof, because, you know, you get itchy, or you get like watery eyes. It's nice to have the waterproof under there. I use this every single day for my lower lashes. I used to just not do lower lashes at all, which I still will sometimes do, but this is kind of perfect because it's the in-between where it's a little more defined. It's not super de-duper obvious. It's so good. I've repurchased that on repeat. Only one bronzer this year. I will say there were a couple of contenders that I very recently tried that I loved, like that one from Givenchy. That was so good. But I feel like it's still so new, although I'm totally cheating with one of these I'll tell you about that's so new, but it is so good. But anyway, so I was torn on the bronzer front, but the one I knew that I still used on repeat is the one I've repeated in probably the most Best in Beauty for the Year videos, the NARS Cream Bronzer. It is the best one I've tried. This thing has coverage itself. And so I think that's part of the magic of this is when you're applying it, it's not rubbing away the foundation underneath it. It stays in place really well. I got a color that's not so starkly different from my skin tone, so it looks a little more natural. I am such a fan. I've gone through so many of these. I will forever tout its praises. It is that good. Blush-wise, the one I told you I'm cheating a little bit is with this Ilia blush, the Soft Focus Blurring Blush in Glimpse. Oh my gosh. What in the world? This is the most smooth blurring blush I have, I think, ever used, ever. It is so pretty. They have different colors. I hadn't heard anything. I think this actually is typed up online, but I hadn't really heard much about it when I first bought it. Now I'm starting to see it in different places, and that is so exciting because it deserves all of the hype. It is so pretty. So, like I said, just smooth and blurring on the skin. So very big fan of this. Would totally consider getting another shade if one jumped out at me, but this one is so perfect for me. A similar one that's a little bit cheaper is from Well People. This is in the shade Wild Fig. I loved this for months and months before I ever bought the Ilia, and I still reach for it and love it. I'm gonna swatch these side by side because I actually think they're pretty similar, which is gonna be no surprise. This is my favorite kind of blush shade. All right, that's Well People, and that is the Ilia one. I mean, those are so similar. The Ilia one's slightly pinker, but again, very easy to work with, pretty smoothing on the skin. So those are my two blush picks. I don't have a liquid or a cream blush pick this year because honestly, I still use them for sure, the ones that I love, but I just feel like I reached a lot more, especially in the summer. I will say like in the hotter months for powder blushes. You know what I mean? I feel like we're entering the time of year though where I do use like a cream or liquid blush more because my skin's a little drier. I feel like it stays on better. I'm not sweating. However, I also loved for highlighter, just one because I don't wear it every day, but the L'Oreal Lumi Glass I have used a lot of this stick up. I love this because it really does give that kind of glass finish, but it's very slight. I will put this like in the summer, I would put it on my shoulders and collarbone. I just think it looks so pretty. I'll even tap it like on my nose. And it just gives, it's not like shimmery look. It really is more like a glow, like a glass. It's very skin-like, it's very pretty. I'm such a fan. The setting spray I have used the most this year is definitely the L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Mist. This has quite a smell. It's very, you know, alcohol-based, right? Certainly, yeah, but it works. It works really well at holding your makeup in place. I don't use this every single day, but when I feel like, you know what, I need my makeup to last longer today, I pop some of this on. I feel like it does a good job. It doesn't change the finish of your makeup at all, which I like because a lot of setting sprays make it a little bit glowier or more hydrated, and I don't always want that. So this one is amazing. It's almost gone. Let's talk lips. My favorite lip balm of the year is the Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Mask. This stuff is so juicy. It's a really nice glass package. Packaging. A little bit goes a long way. This is lasting me forever, but something to have in your purse or in your nightstand, whatever. This is truly one of the best I've tried. It is, my lips seem to love it. It's comfortable. It also looks a little glossy. So I'll like having this in your purse and just applying this. I also really like this on top of lip liner, which I'm going to talk about, my favorite of the year. Put on lip liner and color in your lips and then throw this on top. It looks beautiful. My favorite lipstick of the year surprised me, but it's the e.l.f. O-Faced lipstick in the shade Dirty Talk, specifically for me. They have many other shades. That is the one shade I have reached for more than anything. It is definitely a very me shade, kind of a warm pink. I just love it. It's easy to apply. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like creamy and kind of moisturizing, but not overly so. Is it technically a satin? Yeah, it's a satin finish, which I'm realizing is what I like. But if you want a little bit more of a glossy finish, this one swept me off my feet. So I guess, I don't know if you consider this a lipstick. I guess if you do, then I have two favorites. This is the Revlon, like super lustrous gloss balm or whatever in the shade Glossed Up Rose. That's my personal favorite shade. Very pink and fun. I don't have a lot of shades like this, so I love it, but I really like this formula. If you are missing like the Revlon lip butter kind of thing, this is very similar. Part of me wonders if it's not just the same formula and different packaging, which is, I would love the original packaging back. Remember those? Anyway, so love this stuff so much. Highly recommend that line. My favorite lip liner is the Make Up For Ever Extreme lip liner. I have two shades here. Wherever Walnut is definitely the one I reach for the most, but I'm gonna swatch that next to Anywhere Caffeine. That's another one I like. It's a little bit more peachy. So there's Wherever Walnut, there's Anywhere Caffeine. It's a little more brown toned, but they're both for me very, very wearable. I like this Extreme line. I have the original and I've loved those, and it's the same shades, Wherever Walnut, Anywhere Caffeine, etc. But these are way longer lasting, and the other ones lasted pretty well, but they're also a little creamier, and so I'll color in my lips with it. It looks great as it is, and sometimes, like I said, I'll just put on a lip balm or a gloss. So the gloss I put on first is this one from L'Oreal in the shade Feathery Fleur. I love this for an everyday gloss. I had to go dig this out of my purse. It is probably, from the year, my most used lip product. It might be tied with this next one, but I absolutely love this lip line. And that one, it doesn't burn or tingle. It's just a great, comfy, lightweight lip gloss-ish. It's not sticky at all either. But another one I loved is also from L'Oreal. This is their Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil. Wow, I love this stuff. This has a slight minty tingle. It's nothing crazy though. And it smells like a white Tic Tac, which I always joke about, but I absolutely love that smell. This is the shade Worth It. This will give your lips a little bit more plumping. I'm gonna apply even more on top. It gives it that kind of plumped, more wet look. But again, it's not sticky at all. I just feel like L'Oreal lately has been doing such a good job with their glossy type formulas. Ooh, I got way too much on. Big fan. And I was gonna say both of these were on my, in my purse. But like I said, this plumping one does have a slight tingle. It's nothing crazy, but it is there, whereas the other L'Oreal one doesn't. So good. So today we didn't talk about hair care, which I have in front of me, my hair faves. Some of them blew me away. I have a dry shampoo that now is the only dry shampoo I will be buying probably for the rest of my life. It is so different. So I will share all of that, my body care faves, my fashion faves, my jewelry faves, Amazon finds, all of my favorites for everything else will be in the next video. So that'll be in a couple days. Subscribe, stick around, stay tuned. If it is already up by the time you're watching this, I will have it linked down below, up above, whatever, and in a comment if you want to check that out next. It's definitely the sister video to this. I hope this was helpful to you, maybe just fun to watch. Maybe you got a gift card for Christmas and you're trying to figure out what you want to spend it on. I totally get it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. I'm so excited for the new year. I hope you are ready for a fresh start as well. And a shameless little plug for our Vlogmas series we did on a different channel. I can link it below. It's on my husband's channel. That is where we vlogged all December long. And I think when you're seeing this, we may still be vlogging. But you can start at the beginning. It's just vlogging all through December. If you are into my weekly vlogs, that is the vibe of those. So if you're into that, and I really didn't vlog much in December at all because I was vlogging for Vlogmas, definitely check it out. I'll link the playlist. You can start at the beginning and watch through. If you do go over to Vlogmas from this video, put in a Vlogmas video in the comments, like 3 fruit emojis. It'll throw everyone off, but I'll know that you came from this video. Pick your fruit and do 3 of them. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.